Good day, everyone. I am Christine Lois Ipadillo from Betabeted FSM 1B. And for today's video, I'm going to discuss about my chosen topic, which is the impact of COVID-19 in the Philippines economy. We all know that the Philippines has been one of the most dynamic economic in the East Asia Pacific region. Average manual growth increased to 6.4% between 2010 to 2019, and from an average of 4.5% between 2000 to 2009. The Philippines economy has also made progress in delivering inclusive growth. However, when pandemic comes, the economy severely impacts negative effect in the Philippines. When pandemic comes on January 2020, there are negative consequences affecting family incomes, job, education, food security, and business. The pandemic caused the Philippines economy to decline its lowest level since World War II. As a result of the COVID-19 crisis, the Philippines' national debt increased by 26.7% to 9.7 trillion in 2020. As of the end of January 2021, this had risen to 10.3 trillion. I can say that in this situation that we have in our country is an opportunity for us to evaluate and put a solution of this problem, especially in the midst of pandemic. According to the Philippine Statistic Authority, the annual unemployment rate in 2020 was 10.3 or 4.5 billion. Since April 2005, this is the highest annual unemployment rate ever recorded. Sadly, the problems appears to be worsening. According to the PSE, around of 4 billion Filipinos were unemployed in January 2021. This is more than the 3.8 billion people who were unemployed in October 2020 and the 2.4 million who were employed in January 2020. As COVID-19 pandemic continues to arise in the Philippines, family income issues and problems are really come up to different stage, like most of the families can survive because of unstable financial and low income. And also because of no work and bankruptcy of business. On the other hand, in educational issues, most of students are not capable for modular and online classes. And teachers nowadays are affected also because of this crisis problems in which students are hard to cover up lessons and activities. Most of the time, poverty also arises because of COVID-19 problems that even government until now cover up different solutions on how to solve this pandemic crisis that we are in. Aside of that, most effective one of this pandemic is the food security problems. Because every Filipino or many provide their daily food and needs. There are families who are suffering because of no food to eat, and a lot of Filipino experience sickness, disease, hungry, and other health problems. These are the some issues arise regarding COVID-19 pandemic in the Philippines economy. The road to economic recovery. Any economic recovery will be dependent on the nation's vaccination program to attain herd immunity. The government wants to vaccine 70% of the country's 10 million people by the end of 2022. But it has only struck deals for approximately one-third of the doses needed so far. In 2022, economic growth is predicted to gradually recover providing that the virus is contained both domestically and globally, and that domestic activity is strengthening by increased consumer and corporate confidence and public investment momentum. The COVID-19 has created both public crisis and economic crisis in the Philippines. A lot of people die each day when the outbreak began. It affects the lives of many through financial, jobs, and more. It changed our lives from how it used to be. There are now certain restrictions and regulations to follow. Countless others are suffering from loneliness and social isolation. Due to the pandemic, we are slowly adjusting to this normal and will soon eventually break it through. Preventive measures include physical or social distancing, quarantining, ventilation of indoor spaces, covering coughs and sneezes, and washing and keeping unwashed hands away from the face. The use of these face masks or coverings has been recommended in public settings to minimize the risk of transmission. So that's all my research paper. So thank you for watching.